dribbling a ball or catching one or singing and rapping.
Yeah. Now
You know.
we rolling out. We laugh. Always some. Well, we not loud. We recording. Always some. The Urban American Podcast. I am your host, Kid Dre. Your handsome, humble, heterosexual, entertaining, man, controversial, whatever you want to call me. With my co-host, my right hand man, Patata God. And today we have a special guest. I'm gonna let you say your name, love.
Hey everybody, I'm Mama Mia. I'm the millennial black woman from Chicago. I tend to hold black modern day women accountable for the things that they say and they do. And I'm also a woman that does her research and I put out the statistical data on the black community.
Statistical, because you can't beat them stats. We talk
No.
stats, they be trying to tell me like, they don't agree with stats. All right. So, P, you got anything you want to say before we start? You got anything you want to say? You want to?
Kind of jumped in the middle of what y'all was talking about, but yeah, I agree with what she's saying. It was something that we took pride in, being more than just athletes and entertainers. We grew up my grandparents from Jewtown, so I grew up around people that they dressed for the occasion. They were seamstresses. They had their own business. We had our own communities before segregation and those things, but we took pride in the sciences or whatever our craft was. Just being a simple blue collar worker or white collar worker, like these things, it meant something to us. Now everybody camera crazy. Look at me, but they ain't talking about shit and they ain't got no substance. So I'm just touching on that, but we
Now,
can
now,
move
now,
along.
P, we share a lot of common goals. I think y'all two, y'all gonna agree on a lot of stuff. But today we gonna dissect, you know what I'm saying, your point of view, and just see if you agree with us on some of our things. So before we get started, I always do my little I do a little like, I'm sorry, let me get my questions together. I do a little like just a light thing where I ask people just questions so we can know who we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So, because certain key things contribute to society. Okay, so these just light questions, nothing too heavy. Okay, just so we can know who you are. Number one, Tupac
Okay.
or Biggie?
Tupac.
Okay, um,
Tupac.
Bears Packers.
Oh.
Yes, we gotta think about this.
Oh. Oh my God. I
You
do
from
love and
Chicago,
support my
correct?
city. I do. Yes. I do love and support my city.
Be
Oh
careful.
my God. Oh my God. You bogus for
It's
that.
already
Oh,
controversy. This is taking way too long.
Yeah,
Packers.
it's already controversial, but we gonna let you take your time. No pressure.
Packers.
Packers.
Okay. All right, interview over. Anyway, okay. Here go one I never asked nobody. I'm throwing in the loop though. These controversial questions: South Side or West Side, Chicago?
You said South Side of what?
South Side or the West Side of Chicago?
Oh, South Side. Come on now.
So we
I'm
got
state
the
to
South
late.
Side.
Low end all day, man. Come on now, South Side. You the best
uh,
side.
okay. Um, I know you're around my age, so let me ask you this: No limit of cash money.
You know
Nothing.
what? There has to be no limit because the growth is there. I support everything No Limit got to offer. That is a businessman right there. No
Good
limit for
answer.
sure.
Good answers. Good answer. Okay. I got
You talking
two
about
more like
Master
them.
P No Limit, right? Master P's No
Yeah.
Limit. All
Exactly.
right,
Exactly.
all right, because
Exactly.
yeah, all right now,
Exactly.
all right.
Not the old no limit.
The
Okay.
real, the original, yeah.
So we know you a South Sider. You picked the Packers. It's teaching us a lot. You did say Tupac. I had one more for you. Um, Tequila or Yak?
Tequila or who?
Or Yak?
Oh, yak.
Okay. All right. So for everybody watching the video, they gonna get they got a better spectrum of who you are. Now let's get
Yeah.
to the tough questions. I got some for you. Oh wow. So you hold women accountable, which I
Yeah.
do look. But it's one question I gotta ask you, and I've been dying to hear your answer. And I'm just starting off. Then P, whatever you know. My first question for you: who built the world, men or women?
Men.
I was dying to hear you say that.
Mhm.
Um, in that aspect, do you feel like women today really respect men for like building the world, like building the infrastructure?
No.
Okay,
For
okay.
the majority of women, no, they don't.
I thought I was gonna get a little pushback from you on that one, but
No.
I was absolutely wrong. Okay, okay.
Mhm.
Now, in my dating experience, a lot of people tell me it's what you attract, but I tell them that it doesn't matter what I attract if the culture is ruined. I feel like as a man, our African American woman culture is not being properly taught how to vet men or even like keep them, or you know what I'm saying, like I feel like we don't really get what we want. They give us what they want to give us. They don't. It's not really like what does he really want. I feel like they don't really. What's the word I'm looking for? They don't really give us out. They don't really. They don't desire to please a man. The culture. I feel like the culture of our women don't desire to please a man. Do you agree with me on that or no?
I agree
Okay.
for the most. Yeah.
Why do you think?
Yeah.
Why do you think that exists with our culture?
With our culture, a lot of these black women do believe that a man is supposed to worship the ground that they walk on, and it's all about them. No reciprocation involved. If it is reciprocation, it's just like, oh, I'll give you head, I'll give you some coochie, and it's like, what?
I get that anyway.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the that's not the reciprocation I want, ma'am. You know. But
yeah. Yeah, that's like that we do that anyway. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
That's like that's something like I tell people. A lot of people don't realize certain gift. It's nice somebody get you a gift. It is always a thought that counts. But
yes.
when somebody always getting you something you don't even want, you never touch on what I want.
Right, and that goes in point with a lot of these women not genuinely knowing who their man is. Because if you a guy that likes sports and video games, that's easy. If you a guy
Yeah,
that likes to fish, that's easy.
yeah.
But
It
these women don't care to know that about you. They may
the
know it about
focus.
you and don't care to know the specifics. Oh, my man likes Call of Duty. My man likes the new 2K. He likes Dead by Daylight. You know, they don't
Yeah,
care to know the specifics.
yeah.
I want to add this
Now,
to it.
go
I
ahead.
feel it ain't what I feel. It is what it is. Our generation, and especially the generation after us, been raised on propaganda. So we
Mm.
get our ideals and who we supposed to be as a people from VH1, MTV. You know, Flavor Flav kicked it off, but every girl and who they trying to be in men too, it comes from that. And what's sad is that's a minority depiction being sold as the major way the culture is. So that's where we find our esteem in. Yeah, niggas ain't shit. That's the message. And
Yeah,
it's $1 billion, $1 million podcast is going around of just the gender war, the psyop of dealing
Yep.
with men against women. And if you're gonna pay me a check to say crazy shit, I'm gonna do it and say it. But we don't care how it affects us as a whole
Us.
because we
yeah,
accepting this shit as our reality. So we done
yeah,
lost the discrimination to or the discernment to discern whether you know what is this entertainment. But I'm taking it personally. I'm taking it emotionally.
yeah.
You saw this with
Cookie cutter type. Yeah,
You saw this with the
yeah.
voting thing, and I'm gonna leave it there. I
Now,
don't
Yeah.
now
want
let
to
me ask
drag
you this
on, but
question.
go ahead.
Now let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. How did you feel about Kevin Samuels? Was you a fan or was you turned
Honest
off?
with you, yes. I feel like before the podcast things, he was one of the realest men that we actually had on podcasts.
Okay, come
And
on.
that he was
Salute to the
previously
Godfather.
married. Because, see, he was a husband. So I feel
Yeah,
like
at
a
that
lot of
point in
these
time.
people that are preaching, they haven't mastered the ultimate level of becoming a man by being a husband. You know, and he was a husband and he also was a father. So he's speaking on a place of being a husband as well as a father and also being a working class man,
Okay, okay.
you know. So I agree with a lot of things that he said. I didn't really have any pushback or any rebuttals for him.
What about his delivery? Did it bother you?
No, and that's nothing we got to touch base on delivery. How are we getting on delivery when black women always say you a bitch ass? You a B-A-N word?
Oh no,
You
no, no, no.
broke?
You could curse.
You're short?
You could
You're
curse.
short? Your money not long enough? Yeah, women can say that to grown men,
Say
but
how they
a
feel at
grown man
whatever
can't
tone.
talk. A grown man can't have good posture and say, "Absolutely, you're delusional, baby. You're delusional. I'm gonna need you to come off of cloud 9 and get on cloud 3 because you a 3." And that's how
Yeah,
he talked. You know what I'm saying? And women, oh my God, the delivery was superb.
I
He
get
didn't
constant
curse. He didn't
ridicule.
say any, he didn't curse. He didn't call these women the B word and all that. He was very, very eloquently spoken.
I get constantly ridiculed about my delivery. And I always say that's an escape on accountability because it isn't the delivery is the least thing that's important. The message is. And at the end of the day, I can't deliver something to you custom how you would like it. I can get as close as I can to it, but at the end of the day, that's an excuse on accountability.
Hmm.
If I had, sometimes you just gotta tell somebody shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't you might at the end, like I tell everybody, at some point in time, all adults, it's a time we all gotta shut the fuck up. Even myself, grow up.
And
You get what I'm
especially with
saying?
our culture, I feel like that's code switching because we we deliver certain things for a certain group of people depending on who we with. Like I've watched a black woman get a white child together where the white parent couldn't, and she came, but she was softer. But we know how when you deal with us, this is how we are with each other. So we pick and choose when we want to have sensitive skin and be, oh, it was the delivery. No, you deflecting. We
Yeah,
we we
deflection
we
on accountability.
amongst each other, we know how to handle each other, the tone, whatever. We didn't heard it, abusive or not. We already know what it is.
Yep.
Now, I want to ask you this: what is your stance on 50-50?
On 50-50, what is my stance on 50-50? Oh my God.
would
Like,
you would
what do
you
you bring
are
to
you
the table?
would you
You
go
know,
50-50? Would you go
look,
50-50?
I'm a single black woman. I'm 32 years old. I pay 100. So if a man coming into my life saying 50-50, I'm running. I'm running towards it. Okay. I pay 100.
Okay, so it makes sense to you. Okay.
Yeah.
Um. So listen, I feel the same way. I be coming up with a lot of these topics, and I try to come up with these like names, entertainment names. But I had this episode I've been dying to do, and I want to talk about struggle pussy, and I wanted to see do you agree with me on struggle pussy.
Elaborate, please.
Okay, struggle pussy. Like so listen. I'm not single at the moment, but when I was, single, I'm dating women, and you kind of don't get those vibes of like they want to have sex. It's kind of like, hey, if it happens, it happens, and that's cool. But it's like, what do you date? You're not eager to have sex, and it started clicking on me, and I just had to do my research and sit back and realize that the women that don't enjoy sex are struggling in life. And I understand why they don't enjoy the sex. You know what I'm saying? Like if let's say I got a decent job, I'm good. I'm good. I want to go get a meal, have a good time, end it with a nightcap. I'm on a high note. Don't think every time you see me, we gonna do something. All this attitude and all that. And I had to realize they're struggling in life. Struggle puss.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That work both
Ooh.
ways because when you don't hear from
No, I
nobody
don't think
from
it
a
works
while,
both ways. I disagree with you on it work both ways.
I'm saying
Cause I'll be
men
broke.
won't.
I'm broke. I don't.
I get what you saying.
Okay.
I'm saying if you don't see a nigga for a while, they somewhere struggling. They not finna pop out. Whereas women will pop out anyway because they got that cushion to fall on. But a
Well, yeah, they
nigga
getting it.
will
They
sponsor
yeah,
their
yeah,
shit.
Yep.
Now
yeah.
you
In
got
that
your niggas
aspect, but
that
I'm
know
still
how to
saying,
get the car to their girl. They had a girl car and shit. Don't be having nothing going on. They just slinging dick and being a fuck nigga. But
Yeah.
that's hard to come by.
but yeah, you can't really pop a broke girl.
Yeah, you ain't in the mood for
Not like
nothing
you
No.
if
think you
you.
would be. You really can't. It's like she got
Oh.
man. Well, I got this. She her light bill on her man. She don't know if her light's on or not. You talking about some?
but she outside
Bend
front.
it over, you know what I'm
But she
saying?
outside mine. Yep.
But
Yep.
she gotta find the next lick though. She hustling.
Yeah,
So I just be, you know what I'm saying? I came about that and nobody talk about it, but I'm just gonna be the first one here on always some Urban American podcast. Struggle pussy is real. Now I want to ask you: is self
Okay.
sabotage real in our community?
You said it's what?
Is self sabotage real in our community as far as our
Oh,
sisters?
absolutely, absolutely. I've came to the terms that a lot of these amazing women on the outside, they look beautiful. They've came in contact with a real man, and they just didn't know how to place themselves in that man's life, so
Mm,
they self sabotaged.
mm.
These women believe that, oh, if he has a car, if he has a crib, he has a career, you know, he knows how to clean and do his own laundry. What am I here for? What? What?
To add to the good shit going
What?
on.
Like you don't know how to fit yourself into it? It's actually easier being with a good man like that because it's like, yo, he knows how to do it all. Let me go ahead. Okay, I see you don't eat breakfast in the morning. I notice you do not eat breakfast. Let me go ahead and make you different types of breakfast.
Most important meal of the day.
mm.
I
Most
see you
important
ain't
meal of
take
the day.
a. I see you ain't take a lunch bag. I be noticing, you know, when we be talking around your lunch break,
You too
you
old to
ain't
be at
had
work
nothing to
hungry.
eat.
You
You know what
too
I'm
old to
saying?
be at
So it's
work
like,
hungry.
how can these? Because they don't think. A lot of them don't have brains to think beyond what they should be thinking about. Because
Yeah.
it's very easy. A man that got it all without the woman already, he know how to iron his own clothes, wash his own clothes. He know how to clean his own house. That's actually easier to place yourself with a
But
man like that
why are they threatened by that man? Because
because they know they can't bring
crazy thing,
anything to him.
let me say this because the crazy thing is you're 100% right, right? Once I was 100% self sufficient, that's when I got the least amount of pussy.
Mm-hmm.
The craziest thing ever,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like, oh, it was like they felt intimidated, and women always claim they intimidated, but like I had women like, oh no, you gonna be too much because you already got everything, and I'm like, wow,
I can't son him
Yep. I can't hold nothing over his head like a
yeah,
crib or a car.
because
Cause he got a crib and a
a
car.
lot of the
yeah.
things
It's
women talking about,
it's
I don't know if it's a requirement or you dictating to me. I'm like, this don't even sound like a preference. This just sound like you telling me what a man's supposed to be, and you're not a man.
Supposed to.
Yeah, I'm
It
like
gets
we
rough.
kind of lost that
So
as a culture. We used to have they call it damn, I can't think of it. When the men reach a certain age, they go off with men to learn to go into their next level of manhood. And with women, it's called shit, rites of passage or something like that. Women
okay.
with
okay.
okay, I see you starting to have your ladies' days. We're gonna show you what's this and how this and about pregnancy and all that. That's some women shit where women go and do that and men go do what they do and show men how to fix a car or how to use tools. You know what I'm saying? It's called rites of passage, but it's not even that word. But you get where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I-
My thing I was touching on is how there's no culture on like we taught to let the you know what I'm saying walk on the outside of the street, hold a door for a woman, etc. Stuff like that. But I always ask people, what are women taught when it comes to men? A lot of people, well, I cook. No, no. Our majority of our coaches. Listen. I'm 38 years. I'm 38. I'm 39. I'll be 40 on the 22nd.
Okay.
I've I had a handful of I can't even say a handful, maybe one or two women in my lifetime ever did my laundry. Like, no, I'm gonna do it for like that doesn't the cooking, the whole they might cook, but they don't cook like you said, like you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Like
Putting
it's
love
all
in that
I cook
thing.
today. I cook today, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Versus I'm cooking for the you know what I'm saying? So it's different out here. But you know what I'm saying? Unrealistic expectations. Now this is what I want to ask you. If somebody approached you and said, if somebody was interested in you,
Mm-hmm.
but then they turn around and say, you know what, I can't take you serious, would you be insulted?
Be insulted? No. I mean, we clearly won't be able to talk again because it's like, okay,
Yeah.
You know,
But
I
I'm
learned
saying though,
not to have. I
if you
learned
got a
not
nice,
to.
I'm saying
Huh?
if you got a good job, if you got a good job, you got your stuff in order, you got a place, you got a transportation and whatnot, you dress nice. Your life is pretty serious. So for somebody to come say, I can't take you serious when my life is serious. For me, it's insulting,
I would ask them to
and it's like
elaborate and
insulting and
say,
self sabotaging.
what is define what you take serious? I would ask to elaborate and then okay. And we go
We
on
wouldn't
about
talk
our
again.
business.
We wouldn't talk again.
Yeah.
We will not be talking again. We won't be talking again.
Okay, okay. All right, now I got a good one now. So I can't. I'm trying to quote something. I don't have it right in my face, but I seen some on your timeline. Now, usually I agree with everything you say, but it was some of your timeline. Maybe we could clear this up because I was a fan. I was like, hold on, hold on, what is it?
I think I know what
It
you're gonna
was.
say.
Oh my god, what was the? It was something about men being online too much.
Men being who?
Online too much.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
It was
that
with the
that dive
podcast
into it.
guys. Yeah, because when you break down the demographic, okay, I went to school in CPS. I'm clearly am a black girl. I didn't peak in school, so I wasn't one of the really, really pretty black girls that a lot of black boys liked in the first through 10th grade. You know, I didn't peak until I literally graduated high school. So
Okay,
for those girls that were just beautiful in school, that demographic of girls, you know, they made fun of a certain demographic of black boys. These are the same black boys that have money, that have nice cars, that got nice clothes, and they're speaking so loud on these trendy podcasts.
okay,
These are the same black men that don't have a wife. These are the same black men that are probably on the down low. These are the
okay,
same black men that really despise black women and don't like black women. They're dating a white girl.
okay.
You know, so
So who? Okay, let's get into some names. Let's get into some names so that way I could.
oh, the rappers Maze, Cameron, them niggas is 45 with no wife. We seen how they do women. We seen how they did they women.
Love they show though.
Okay,
Man, nah.
okay. Go ahead,
I,
P. I'm gonna let you
I
say. I'm gonna let you
I
talk
I
first,
would
P.
love it if they was a real men with wives, and then we would have got a different type of growth
Oh,
out
I
of these
Mace
men.
is married.
Forgetting. Mace is okay. We talking about Cameron. Cameron's not married. He's more vocal than Mace.
Yeah.
Cameron's not married. He the one that's locking women down in a 10-year plan and then, okay, I didn't really want you. I just played with you for 10 years. Men got to stop that. Because these the same type of men that are messing up a lot of good women. Why is these men coming to these women knowing you don't have good intentions with them?
Yeah, but
I see both sides of the fence. You
rappers,
know what I'm saying? I see both sides of the
But
fence
okay,
here.
okay, okay.
Oh, you saying rappers? Look, they in their 40s. They the same as the
So
Ice Cubes who
that's
are
why I like.
married.
That's
Master
why I like
P is
saying
still
names.
married. So we can't say the rappers because we had a good batch of men born in the 80s and before the 80s. That were amazing men. That were entertainers.
That's why I like saying names though. Like I couldn't take a woman that told me like, "Oh, I thought Cameron was gonna marry me eventually." I wouldn't even be able to take a woman serious with his
mm,
persona and
His
his.
music and what he put out. Yeah.
If you tell me like, "Oh, I thought Cameron was gonna wife me from his music," I would look at you like a fool. So that's what I'm saying. It's like you have to women have to be accountable for who they date. You can't go date the pimp of the year and then you know what I'm saying, then be like, well, I was a victim. Like you signed up for that. Just like a man can't go try to wife a hoe. So in that aspect, now the only thing I disagree with you on is the wife part. Men can get married with no problem. We choose not to.
Yeah,
That
y'all the
happens.
ones that are the deciding factors in that. A woman can't say, yeah, we getting married. No, that's up to a man to say that. The woman only dictates if we gonna have sex or not.
Okay, because people have tried to attack me there because I'm turning 40 and I've never been married. So people try to throw a shot. I'm like I haven't found a wife that I feel like.
I've been married and divorced.
How
Oh,
many
well, I
times you been
haven't been
married?
married. I haven't been married yet.
Yeah.
So
How many times you been married, P?
Just once.
just once.
Ready to sign them papers.
Thinking about doing it again. So
Man.
Okay. Okay, so give me
But
name.
look,
You
but back
said
to what you
Cameron.
said though. But wait, because we back in that era with the Camerons. You gotta understand these men are 40 plus. Um, look at the Ice Cubes, Ice T. They put out raunchy music as well, but they have long lasting good marriages that are 25 years plus.
Ice T.
So
Okay,
you
so you
really can't.
so
So back
hold
then it
on.
was more like, but back
Hold
then
on.
it's given like them black men were entertainers. They wasn't really they wasn't really living. I ain't gonna say they wasn't living that lifestyle, but they knew how to separate the artist from the man. Because Ice Cube has a successful marriage. Master P, even though he going through his, he's never divorcing that lady. He's just
LL.
legally single. LL Cool J, come on now.
I
Who
would say
else?
this.
Ice T. Ice T just made 25 years with Coco. Like it was them different. Them men were different. That era of men were just
I
different.
he wasn't always with Coco.
I'm gonna say
Man,
this,
he
I
been
see
married
this.
for,
and I
he's been
I see had some
but
baddies.
he's been married for 25 years, bro. You can't throw that away. He's been married for
I
25
see
years.
65.
I'm gonna say this because I
So he
said
got
this in
married at
a
40. That's amazing. That's amazing. He got married at 40 and
That's
he's
what I'm
still
saying.
making it
Like I.
work.
So look, you got Ice Cube, who's the rare occasion. He married his high school sweetheart. That's the rare occasion. That happens here and there. Ice T lived his life, messed around with all type of models and whatever, and then when he got older, he settled down. Cam
Yes.
still got time. He older. I just feel like I just feel like this. And I'm glad you touched on that. I didn't think you was gonna touch on that, but like when all these women had all their shows like The View and all that and blah blah blah, and they was just dogging men. The View.
Mm-mm.
What's old girl? Wendy Williams,
Mm.
Tyra. Man, we just sat there and listened to this shit, and we didn't complain about them having a platform. Now that men have a platform, everybody has something to say. We didn't talk about relationships with now or any guy. Cause people take. I got a podcast, so they try to take shots at me all day. Listen, my podcast is to. My shit is for men. So if you're a woman watching my shit getting upset, this shit wasn't for you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. Like I could, my shit can everybody can watch it, but like I my as far as like I'm talking about dating or whatever, I try to tell men what to look for and what to avoid. So I don't see nothing wrong with men. You know what I'm saying? I be like, what's the issue? Because we gonna touch on that too, the whole gay thing and all that.
Right. No, but I'm just saying with the energy of most of these men, though. Not all, but most of them. Like if they all had Kevin Samuels' energy, I feel like it'd be different because Kevin Samuels exuded empathy all while he was teaching and preaching. And a lot of these men are coming from a place of hurt. Man, because I had a bro that, he got done wrong by a girl and this how y'all bitches be. And this is like, it's not coming from a place of empathy. Seeing that we all know a lot of these black women did not have a father. And their mothers only taught them, you need to get money out of a man. A man supposed to pay for everything and blase, blase. Like, they were never taught from the start. They were raised clearly wrong by their black
Yeah,
mom.
yeah, but in
And
both
Kevin
defenses,
Samuels gave off empathy. Something that
yeah.
a lot of these men on these podcasts don't have empathy.
Okay. So look. I'm gonna say in Cameron's defense, he's a rapper. So he's not gonna attack it the same angle and same lane as Kevin Samuels. He a rapper. He gotta get one up on you. So he's more so snapping back. But he does say some real stuff. Like Cameron had said, he told me like if
He
you shouldn't
did.
deal with no woman ain't that don't like you. That's fully about you. You shouldn't be dealing with. I tell men that every day. I'm not dealing with no woman. I gotta be about her 24/7. I need a woman that's also about me. That hey, I want to help you. I know what you're doing. I want to help. You know what I'm saying? Be about me too. Or, you know what I'm saying? So he say some. He dropped some gems.
uh,
Yeah,
He
he
dropped.
does.
He dropped some gems. But
I agree with what he was talking about the tens. These women that just swear they're beautiful from their head to their feet. He was like, y'all coochie not that great. You have no personality, which is why we go on your
nah,
page.
that's true.
It's
we
nothing
do
but
watch
pictures.
Cameron.
It's nothing but pictures of how beautiful you are. There's no videos of you talking because you have nothing to say inside of that head. You're
So
not funny. You don't have a personality. He said that's why certain demographic of men are not. They train in their tens and getting eights and sevens. The
yeah.
sevens and the eights are, man. He said the coochie better, personality. She really do care about a nigga and a whole bunch of other stuff. That I definitely do agree with.
I'll say this about
So
when it. I said this as a Facebook post. When it come to rappers and athletes, women put too much stock in somebody that these two demographics of black people are the most promiscuous niggas you can be with. So why would you take them
Hmm.
serious and try to marry them? And the only thing I fuck with Cameron because he's honest about who he is. He knows he's a rapper. He's gonna get bitches, so he's not gonna settle.
Yep.
And this is why deep down women don't like Trevor Hunter's girlfriend. This tells me that women actually know that
I
they
don't
be
like.
on bullshit. Cause I kept asking, I'm like, why y'all don't like Travis Hunter fiance? She beautiful, ain't she? I was being sarcastic because I wanted to see who would take the bait. But it's like it was a lot of women. I was surprised how many women said, yeah, she's not good for you. How you know? Because this is what y'all push. Y'all pushed it with
Yep.
the girl who dating Jalen Green. That's my age. Then had his
Okay,
baby.
Drea.
What's her name? Drea.
Drea,
Y'all pushed
39.
it with the other
Ooh.
girl that had a nigga that was too young.
You talking about Miss Nikki baby? She had her second baby by that
Yeah.
young dude. And Joy Chavis, Bow Wow and Future's baby mama having babies by them young niggas, 22.
Rappers. And now we got Chloe Bailey with the rap. I'm like, y'all keep following this blueprint and then we what? I'm supposed to care? No, we know
Yeah.
why you go after those type of men with the pocket. That's just why I didn't like the Dr. Brian chick trying to come at Cam. She can come at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon's a moron. But,
Yes.
but Cam Newton was like,
He's an athlete, man.
right,
They're
we
right.
know
Them
what women
athletes.
want.
I
That's
agree.
exactly why his woman won't leave him. If he was a regular nigga in the street, she would have left his ass for pulling the shit he
Yep.
pulled. But he can pull that shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's certain aspects that of women that's just innate. That's just in y'all power set. Y'all can do that. Whether y'all abuse it or not, it's certain shit men can do.
Now, do you feel now? How do you feel about the female podcast? Because I feel like if we could say if could be said about the male podcast, like some of my unnecessary and extra. Um, could we say about the female podcast too? Then
Oh, the female podcast. I even got names. You can name drop. What is it called? 85 South, 87 South. Decent Young Clap put these two black bimbos, and they in their 30s, bimboed out, plastic surgery, collagen lipped out. They talking from a place of plastic surgery. Oh
yeah,
my God. It's called Poor Minds. Clearly their
yeah,
minds is poor.
yeah, yeah.
Uh they just got life twisted. And then one of them is a prostitute sleeping with older men to get cars and stuff. It's just bad. It's just
So
completely bad.
now I want to ask you this: What's your what's your favorite male podcast though?
My favorite male podcast.
Who you watching on YouTube right now? Who you listening to?
I literally just be cycling through podcasts. I cycle through the Mace and Cameron, the Joe Buttons. I just be
I'm a
trying to
big Joe
get
Budden
different
fan.
perceptions. I'm not saying these are my favorite podcasts and these are good podcasts. I'm just trying to get
Just what you watching though.
the different wavelengths of what's going on and what people are really saying and listening
Okay.
to. Um, I honestly don't have a favorite podcast at the moment
Okay.
as far as
Okay.
one that aligns with my morals and my level of intellect and advancement. So
Got you. Moving right along.
Well, I
Okay.
want to name drop two before
Um.
we move along.
go ahead, let's hear.
One is a woman. I like Love Dorsey,
Oh, Love Dorsey's cool
and
too.
I like
Yes,
Anton Daniel.
Love Dorsey.
I like Anton
Love
Daniel.
Dorsey. I follow her. Yes, Love Dorsey
Them
is
two,
cool.
I follow them.
Love Dorsey be putting it out though. Yeah.
Yeah. Love Dorothy. Oh man. I'm about to forget my girl too though. The girl I always seen you, P. Reva. That's my girl. Reva.
Okay.
I fuck with Reva. She always really see. It's a lot of good ones. It's a lot of
It
bad
is.
ones.
It's
The
a
drip
lady.
The
It's
drip with the sprinkle lady. Oh man, cut her off. Okay.
it, it's another lady. She's amazing too. She's older. Her name is Shaw Curry. Her ad is "Say What She Wants." She is the number one male advocate. She literally advocates for men all across the board. Like a lot of people mess with her content and love her.
It's a couple of them though. It's a couple of them that I
She is
watch on
amazing.
my like including you. Make
She
sure you
is
shout out your
amazing. So
make
I
sure you
so
shout
it
out your
is. I
hat.
mean, so I do agree with the content because it's refreshing to see women take up for men and put it out there on how women really are because I'm gonna keep it a buck. I see the cards that y'all are being dealt with here as men, and I must say it is clearly harder for a man to find a good woman than it is for a woman to find a good man, seeing that
But
women are better actresses than Holly Berry.
Again, the women grew
You
up.
know what I'm saying? Like I gotta admit that G,
actresses,
like it's scary for y'all. It's so scary.
listen,
I
listen.
appreciate the women coming forward, letting men know, oh, she's lying if she did this. Oh, if she says this, she's lying. Like I appreciate it because y'all need to know. Y'all really need to be informed.
It's a nasty game out here, man. Listen. I was in a I'm in a fruitful relationship right now, but I had a lot of 2 week man. After them 2 weeks, the truth come out. Feel me? The truth come out. Like you said, they actors. Motherfuckers be acting, man. Had
Man,
to.
pretenders, man, and then people say I'm too extreme because I want to lay it out on the table the first few dates. Look, here you go, here you go. Is you gonna accept this or no? They be talking about that table. I'm bringing my past on the table. Ugh,
So now we on the
gonna
subject
break
of
it or
dating.
not? You
So
feel
now
me?
we on the
Like,
subject. So now we on the subject of dating. So let's ask you some real questions. Let's see how you. I'm gonna put you in some situations that I was once in.
okay,
Okay. Now, I mean, you could if you don't want to answer personal questions, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's up to your discretion. You would say pass or whatever. Okay. So let's say we exchange information, and I say I'm gonna take you to dinner. Meet me at my place. What would your next move be?
you said meet me at my place. So, I'm going to think in my head. I'm riding in your car. I'm gonna just park my car outside of your residence, and we're gonna go from there. Correct?
I'm saying, would that be an issue with you?
No.
Okay. That's a thing. That's a thing out here. Like, cause I feel like me personally, like I feel like I get it. I understand. I understand there's creeps out here, there's widows. I understand, but at the same
Mhm.
time, you can't treat everybody like a creep and a widow. So if
Yes.
I invite you to my place and I say, look, you ain't gotta come in. We just leave from here, go dinner, whatever. Meet me at my place. If you don't do that, I'm looking at you not even comfortable enough to come to my crib. Why would I take you out to dinner? Why would I
And
spend my hard earned money
spend
on you?
$200, $300 on you. Yeah. Clock it. Yes, sir.
So a lot of I had situations that didn't even go past that. Okay, cool. Don't. Okay. 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 When it comes to sex, are you a 90-day type of lady?
A 90-day type of lady. I am not Joan Clayton from Girlfriends, baby. I am not a virgin. That shit be getting, man, please. That's only working if that woman is a virgin.
So what are you? So you. So is it a time frame? Is it a time frame that you set up for yourself with
No,
that?
but I've never had sex on the first date or anything.
So it's
No,
you not putting a cookie cutter.
no.
You just going with the flow, however it flow. Okay. Okay. Now we already said 50-50. We already said 50-50. Now let me ask you a question. Do you do you feel the phrase happy life, happy wife? I mean
I
happy
hate
wife, happy life?
I hate all those phrases, man, because them phrases is not right, G. Them phrases is not right.
One sided.
It is not right. A lot of that stuff
Extremely
be
one
big
sided.
old phrase, man. It's not right.
Yeah.
It's
One
not right.
sided.
It's
Yeah, one sided.
inconsiderate. It's almost like the customer's always right. I keep telling you, we come back to propaganda. You got women raised
Okay.
on housewives where it's a bunch of women, but there's never a husband on the show in the house. So you start thinking, well, why do I need to consider him? They living their best life. But they're being called wives, but they're never showing the husband. And when they do, they show it with conflict. But they spending these niggas money and they in these
Yep.
fancy gowns having fights about nonsense. And they day is free. So women decided, yeah, men should pay all the bills so I can run around and dress and
And
be for the gram.
and drink champagne and Merlot. No.
Now
But then
now
No.
now
what happened to help me?
now
Yep.
this question
Co-op.
That's a
now
big psyop. Ooh, wait. The psyop is ooh.
now this next question gonna rattle a few people, but I don't give a fuck always from your urban American podcast and host Kid Dre. I wanna ask you how do you feel about baddies?
Baddies. Oh my goodness. Okay,
Is it
so
a
I
is it
have to
something
be
that you watch?
aware. I'm not even
How do
gonna
you
lie.
feel?
I have to be aware of what's going on so that I have to be aware because these are some of the things that I even discuss with my content too. So I'm aware of it. I'm aware of that app, and I'm totally aware of the Now That's TV app. Depicting black women, and a lot of these black women have mug shots, so we know they can't pass a criminal background check. These women do nothing but fight all day and getting, little bookings at clubs. You know what I'm saying? Which ain't nothing but 1,500. And it ain't like they getting booked in 100 cities. They getting booked in probably 5 or 6 cities.
Yeah. Wherever
You
they
know,
popular at, yeah.
$1,500 that ain't nothing, and you only getting 6 bookings, man. What about the other rest of the weeks in the months of the year? You know. So it's really bad. It is a terrible representation of black women, to say the least. And seeing that these shows are not predominantly black women. You got white women, you got half breeds, you got Latina women
Oh
saying
yeah.
the N word. You got them saying they wearing wigs and long nails and talking and acting black. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this though. I just look at it like this. Like the I never judge nobody off of what they watch. I just
I
judge
do.
them off how in how it. No, I mean, but hear me out though. I'm saying I judge them off how in depth it is. Some people watch it. If you just take it for what it is and you just watch it here and there, I ain't tripping on it. But if you like, this is, oh my, I recorded it. It be like, it's like, this is the shit you really fan. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can understand some. Cause I didn't watch some crazy shit. I used to watch what is back in the day the MTV House Rules. I watched that type of
We
stuff. So
watch
I
Real
can't.
World. It had substance though. Real World had substance.
They still was nobodies. We was watching a bunch of nobodies. They was, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't
So
like this.
I understand, but like it's just how in depth are you? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sorry, I never really clicked with somebody that was too in depth with this shit. Because it's like that, you know. But it is what it is. Um,
Women is emotionally
and let me see.
invested in that shit. I despise it. And I'm judging because this was going on during the time of Me Too. Men being dragged left and right, and you talking about abuse and this, but your favorite show is basically that's domestic violence. But we didn't taught
Yep.
ourselves the only time it's domestic violence and when it interact with a male and a female. No, that's not how the law
Oh,
goes. Domestic
women.
violence is
No,
having
it's
people
not.
in the house physically assaulting each
That's
other.
yeah,
And
domestic,
this is entertainment for y'all, but
domestic.
y'all won't forgive Chris Brown. Every
Yep.
fucking
Ooh,
chance
you
Chris
better
Brown tried
pray.
to elevate his career, they dragged that nigga through the mud for an example. Also, that narrative where they run that black man is a predator shit, I don't like that shit. I got 3 sons. So everything I'm looking at, okay, my sons gotta navigate these fucking waters. That is why the girl was acting funny about coming to your place, meeting you at your place, because that's that predator narrative. Black men is the predator for anything. They gonna put our face out there first for any fucking thing. And it's so crazy that we accept now that our constitutional rights is for entertainment to people. Why the fuck? Whenever a black man go to jail, be it a rapper or something, the whole world knows it. How? Immediately. He don't be locked up 48 hours. Then
Yep.
they got Young Thug and his woman. They got their private cars.
All they call. I
I
hate
say,
that.
damn,
Ooh,
how did
it's
this go? How could something
disgusting.
like this go viral? That's privacy.
Yep.
We
They
don't
don't do
black
that
people
to
don't
no
have
white
privacy.
person.
So when do Sean Diddy Combs have the privacy to do sex trafficking? Or Bill Cosby did? I'm like, black people do not have, especially black celebrities, we do not have privacy, especially in this time where everybody turn on the camera for
Man,
anything. And if it is, you don't, I don't even know if it's a real scenario or a prank, like they did with the McDonald's with the kids. Remember that shit? Everybody was going crazy over should that nigga had bought them other kids McDonald's and shit, and it was staged.
Oh, I remember that kid with the man. He brought his son to McDonald's. Oh
Staging
man, yeah.
dysfunction.
Oh my god. I'm just like, yo,
it's rough, man.
it's so bad.
That whole sex trafficking thing is crazy. I don't know if you all remember Chopper that was with the band that was
Yeah,
Yeah.
under Diddy. So he been doing like little YouTube videos. So I watched him. They hit him with a charge on sex trafficking, but he luckily he able to get out of it or whatever. That's a whole lot of niggas. Like if I talk to a young lady and I fly her out to meet me to vet and and we agree that I'm gonna take care of her financially, that is sex trafficking. They got you.
that's not sex
Yep.
trafficking.
That
That's
sound right.
public
I thought
opinion
sex trafficking was
being
something
sold as
way
fucking
different, bro.
law. Sex trafficking is something you're doing against somebody's will. You can't agree to do
I
something and
thought
then
se-
call it abuse. We
I thought
can't
sex
keep we
trafficking
keep
was something way
redefining
different.
shit. That's
Now I wanna
inconsiderate and it's ignorant as fuck to your own
now I wanna
constitutional
ask
right.
you now I wanna ask you I wanna ask you some tough questions. Okay, number one. Should men be able to opt out of being a father?
opt out of being a father at what point? The
I mean,
baby's there.
if the circumstance fits.
Opt out of being a father when the baby is there, or the baby has been conceived already.
I mean, we can go from she pregnant. We can go from you know what I'm saying. She found out she pregnant. Let's just say he don't want it. She say he do. He say okay, well I want to opt out. So the
Yeah,
man be able to do.
I don't agree with the women who try to use that over a man. I don't agree because it's been so many instances where women have gotten abortions out of spite, and the man wanted to be a father to the child. Yeah, it's bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
I'll give you a
It's
fictional.
really bad.
If the man wanted an abortion and she says no, should he be able to opt out of being a father?
Yes, absolutely. Yep.
See,
Yep.
I'll give you an
Yeah.
example, and I agree with it. Yes,
Uh,
it
Wait,
depends
let me
on
give my
at the
example.
time. At the time, this is a fictional
hold on,
example.
Pete, my fault. Hold on,
Yeah,
Pete,
go
my
ahead.
fault. Let her cook. Let her cook. I want to act, then I'm gonna let you cook. You got you
Okay.
next. Let her
Like
make.
you got some of these women that that are sleeping with people's husbands, and the husband could have shot the club up, and it's nope. Now you got to
Blah!
tell your wife you got a love child, and I'm gonna have this baby, and it's just like
Sad
I've
babies.
witnessed this in my life with a family member, and it's just disgusting, to say the least. It's very disgusting.
Gets nasty out here.
It is,
Gets nasty out here.
it's
I'm gonna give
disgusting.
an example because it's fictional, but Squid Game season 2, and I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to spoil it if anybody interested. But one of the characters on the show gives this girl money to get an abortion. She gets up during the middle of they call her name to get the abortion. She gets up and go joins the Squid Games. So now she's in Squid Games pregnant, and they both end up in the games. And he says, "What are you doing? I thought we got rid of the baby." She's like, "I'm keeping the baby, and you ain't shit and blah blah." But you're still gonna you might die in the Squid Games, so you gonna die in the baby. But he gave her money to opt out of being a father, and she said, "Fuck that," and came to Squid Games. And
Oh,
women
she
do that all
bogus.
the time. How many
She
stories we know of
bogus.
niggas giving a girl money for an abortion and they don't?
And the baby stillborn. You got a baby. What baby?
That's crazy.
Yep.
So true or false? My
Yikes.
mama, my mama didn't raise me to take care of a man. True or false?
True.
She been okay. Okay.
My mom did
Okay.
not raise me together. No.
I mean,
I had to learn all my game from my brothers, man. For real. I had to learn the game about men and how to approach a man, how to deal with a man from men, my brothers. My mom ain't.
how many brothers you got?
She the typical it's two of them that I'm really close with, but I got like seven brothers.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, my
Yeah.
mama didn't
Don't
teach me
nobody want no.
anything about how
Don't
to
nobody
really
want no
take
smoke
care
with
of me.
your family.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom ain't teach me that. I have to literally listen. And that's another thing too. How you gonna learn something if you don't shut up? You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of these women don't know how to shut up. It's like you're not
we
gonna
all
learn
got that.
anything in
That's why I
life.
say
How
we
you
all
gonna
gotta
learn
know.
and grow? How you gonna learn and grow if you always talking if you think you right and know everything?
Yeah, it's always a moment. It's all. Everybody has a moment. We gotta shut the fuck up. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
especially since
We should
everybody
get them
out here
shirts
claiming
made, P.
masculine energy and leadership. Well, the leader is accountability comes with leadership. You know what I mean? I've been in supervisor situations. I'm like, this nigga fucked up, but I'm in trouble. Like, yeah, you're accountable for what he does. Just like a
Yep.
mother is accountable for what the child does.
Right.
But
She all
then
does.
they get to
Woo!
pick and choose when they want to be accountable. I'm like, why is the main complaint about men versus women is y'all not accountable? This is what we say about women. All that extra shit, y'all got about 90 for us. But our main one is y'all not accountable. But you keep saying that
And
you're a leader and I'm in my masculine
I'm
energy,
a female and I'm all this.
but
You
you're not
ain't shit.
accountable. So you're not in masculine energy. You full of
Yeah,
shit.
Mm.
yeah.
Hell
Well,
yeah. You can't even accept
And
criticism.
I'm glad
Can't
we
even get
have
P.
truth.
content creators like you because I've come to the conclusion that black men, we didn't women ain't men ain't in a position to tell women nothing. So we gotta let women figure each other out. Men sharpen men and women sharpen women because they ain't trying to hear us.
Man, that's bad. Just like with the you know how you were just saying about how men can venture off to try to be better men by being under older men. We have amazing older women within the black community, but y'all gotta understand these young bitches thinking, you know, I'm 22, I'm a young turnt bitch. An old bitch can't teach me shit. I'm a young turnt bitch. An old bitch can't teach me shit. And it be like, bitch,
But my
a
co-host here,
old
he
bitch,
say old
a
women be
old bitch
competing
will
with the
teach you
young
this.
bitches.